Good morning, Pittsburgh. You're listening to Maximize Living Radio. I'm Dr. Alex Pattison on air with Dr. Aaron Greiner. And as always, this morning, we're here to teach you, to inspire you, and to coach you to your maximize living potential. We got a really important topic, a really important show in store for you this morning. We're going to talk about gastrointestinal health. But before you change that dial, if you yourself don't believe that you have a gastrointestinal issue, just hang tight with me for just a moment so that we can understand the profound impact that an imbalance in our gut can have, not only with our digestive health, but with our overall health. The latest scientific research has brought to light that 90% of health issues can be directly related to the gastrointestinal system and the neurological system. So these two super systems of the body, when imbalanced, when there's a problem, can have profound impacts on your health. In fact, geneticists have now proven that microorganisms in your gut can influence genetic expression. Yes, you heard that right. The bacteria in your body can determine what genes are turned on and what genes are turned off. So in light of this cutting edge information, doctors are now looking at GI disorders and leaky gut as a primary cause of, and this is a long list, so follow me here, ADD, ADHD, asthma, autism, allergies and food sensitivities, chronic fatigue, depression and anxiety, diabetes, obesity and problems maintaining proper weight, poor concentration, frequent colds, celiac, IBS, Crohn's disease, constipation, painful joints, high blood pressure, yeast problems, eczema, and PMS, just to name a few. So if you suffer from one of those problems, if you have a family member or a loved one who suffers from one of those problems and you're sick and tired of medications and the medical runaround, we have an amazing show in store for you this morning to show you how to overcome, to show you how to heal. You can't afford to miss a single second of this morning's program. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Maximize Living Radio. We're discussing digestive health this morning and how to implement these natural protocols into your life to not only overcome digestive issues, but to take your health to the next level. Because when we begin to understand the intricacy of the digestive system, we really begin to open up a window, open up a doorway to understanding how to allow our body to function and heal at its optimum potential. Did you know that right now, as we're speaking, as you're listening to this radio program, you have 100 trillion different bacteria inside of your gastrointestinal system? To give you an idea of how big that number is, that the number of bacteria inside of your digestive system outnumber the number of cells in your entire body. You have more bacteria inside of your gut than you have cells inside of your body. But the way that we prescribe the average American lifestyle is that we destroy this flora, and as a result of that, we destroy the overall health of the body. Just think if we were to go into your body right now and start knocking off cells, start destroying cells, start making cells unhealthy, the effects that that's going to have in your body, there are profound effects whenever we begin to change that microorganism breakdown inside of your digestive system. Of those 100 trillion different bacteria, there's 400 different known species of bacteria inside of your gut. We're discovering more and more and more, almost on a daily basis. All of the nutrients that you eat. So a lot of us are focusing on our diet now. That's typically the first step that an individual will take whenever they want to take their health to the next level. But we need to understand that we can't digest, absorb, or assimilate those nutrients if our digestive system is not healthy. Your digestive system is responsible for up to 90% of your immune system and your overall health. Breakdown of the gastrointestinal system causes chronic inflammation, autoimmune disease, which we talked about in length about the last month. If you suffer from an autoimmune condition, one of the first steps that we're going to recommend inside of our clinic is to fix your gut and to fix your neurological system to allow your body to heal. But it can also lead to food intolerances, allergies, and just so much more. Right now, scientists are starting to begin to call your gut your second brain because of its impact throughout the body. And Harvard Medicine 2004 found that the brain and the GI system are so intimately connected that they should really start to be considered as one system. I was just reading some research this morning before I went in to start seeing patients this morning that was done at Duke University. And what they're finding now is that the microorganisms of your gut can begin to release and begin to activate brain centers in less than 1 second. So we're talking about 2.5 to 3 feet of distance between that, but a change in your microorganisms of your gut if you have celiac, if you have irritable bowel, if you're not moving your bowels as you should, can begin to affect your brain health. And the same thing comes the other way. It's not a one-way communication. A change in brain chemistry can change your gut chemistry in as little as 1 second. So when we begin to understand how to allow these two systems to communicate effectively, we can take an individual who's lost their health and begin to move it in the right direction. If you walk into one of our clinics, you're going to know that from the moment you walk in the door, from the moment that you walk out, our job is to inspire you, to educate you on how to take care of your body. So you're not going to find, golf magazines or Better Home and Garden magazines in our clinic. On my TV, I think I have like over 100 inches of TVs in my clinic. I got a 60-inch in the back. I got a 55 right in front of where my patients are warming up, so that constantly we're pumping education into our practice members. And I've been playing a video recently about the gastrointestinal system, and the lady who's doing it just does this phenomenal job, this great scenario. So I'm going to completely plagiarize her to help you guys understand what happens when we begin to create these imbalances in the gut. So typically the average American eats somewhere between 2 to 3 meals a day. So what she and the scenario that she uses is, think of a meal as a train going into a train station. So 2 to 3 meals eating a day means 2 to 3 trains going into the train station a day. We should have, if 2 to 3 trains are going in, to not have a backup in that train station, 2 to 3 need to be leaving. So the scenario that we want you to understand is that if you're consuming 2 to 3 meals a day, you should be having 2 to 3 bowel movements a day, not a week. 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. If you're not doing that, there's a disrelationship between your gut and your brain, which is causing inharmony inside of your body. And if you're just tuning in, that can lead to everything from not just a gastrointestinal issue. I'm just going to name a few, from ADD to ADHD to autism, to depression, to being overweight, to not being able to concentrate, to have painful joints, high blood pressure. Just to name a few are some of the symptoms that we can have when our bowels are not functioning properly. I have a quote here from Dr. David Perlmutter. A lot of you may be familiar with him from his work and his best-selling book, Grain Brain. He is one of the top doctors right now in the world on understanding this gut-brain axis. And here's what he has to say right now. Health is going to be revolutionized by the science that is uncovered in this gut-brain axis over the next few decades. I believe the diseases that currently have no cure or no known cause will be all tied to this axis eventually. Diseases like ALS, MS, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, autism, depression, Crohn's disease, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's, just to name a few. He's been able to notice, and the research has been able to notice, that these disease processes have an imbalance in that gastrointestinal brain communication, the gut-brain axis. So if you suffer from one of these conditions, if you have a gastrointestinal issue, we have the solutions for you coming up in 2 amazing events right here in Pittsburgh. One of the main leading causative factors to this is the problems with antibiotics and the overconsumption of these in our society. Antibiotics right now cause a year-long disruption of the gut. Unfortunately, according to the CDC, the average American right now, 4 out of 5, take an antibiotic annually. If you haven't taken them, you're getting them through your food supply. So listen, at this event, you're going to discover the top 5 causes of digestive issues, the diet protocols to heal your gut and these digestive issues, and the specific nutrients required for anyone with a digestive issue, and so much more. Join us on Sunday, April 23rd in Cranberry Township at 1 o'clock at the Sports Grill, or Monday, April 24th at 6:30 p.m. at Gianna Villa's Family Restaurant. So if you have a diagnosed digestive issue, if you have a medical condition that you've been medicating year after year after year, and you just want to get off the medical merry-go-round, you want to figure out a way to how to get off of these medications like your neighbors, your family members, your friend ones have been able to do to allow your body to heal. I know that those individuals who sit in the seats at these events have their lives changed. We've separated this over 2 days. We've split the city in half, and we've given you 2 completely different times to make sure that no matter what is going on in your life, you have the opportunity to get plugged into this life-changing event. We hope to see you at these events, Pittsburgh. God bless. Have an amazing weekend, and we hope that you tune in again next week.